I love it, ladies. Well, it's 7:05. We're going to go ahead and get started. I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule. I know that this is a Friday and you could be turning up, but instead you are here to transform, and that's always a good thing. And so I know that some of you don't know me personally or don't know me in any level or any capacity. So I'll start off by saying that I am Desiree Clay. I'm the Des of Des 360, and I'm a transformational coach who provide women the tools necessary to move from lack to abundance. And so when I say lack, I like to explain what lack means, because we automatically go to finances. But there are so many other things that we can lack. And so those things include lack of belief, lack of health, lack of self-esteem, lack of belief in self, and the list can go on and on. Lack of resources, right? And so that's what I created this group for. I wanted to build a community in which we can glean and learn from each other and move to the next level in 2020. We have to break these cycles in 2020 in order to do better and be better. I mean, we know the definition says that of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and thinking that you'll get a different result. Well, we've been doing it for the last decade and it's not working, sis. It ain't working. So we have to go ahead and transform some things. And I hope that I can just be myself with you, ladies. I don't have to put on this facade and act like I'm giving a presentation in front of some elite class of beings. I just want to be myself and be able to get this message across to you. And so I know that some of you have been to vision board parties, and it got really big like in the last 5 years or so. And a lot of people don't really understand the full intent of a vision board, right? So we think it's just something cute that we're creating, and it's so much more than that. And so I went ahead, and I'll be looking down because I like to respect your time, and I am a talker. Anybody who knows me knows that I'm a talker, especially when I get passionate. So I like to take notes so that I can stay on task and on target and on time, okay? Task, target, and time. So the purpose of a vision board party is it provides the time and space necessary to think about your life vision. It gives you a time to just really sit down, stay in one place and create, right? Your vision. It provides a creative outlet for you to inspire positive momentum. We know that when momentum is going, then we can create more, we can be more, we can do more, right? So, you know, compounded consistency creates momentum. That means that if we become consistent over time, you know, doing whatever it is that we're doing, we're taking step, you'll build momentum. And then what happens is you start to move and push yourself off that momentum. And then what happens from momentum is discipline shows up, because then you've done something so many times, you become disciplined. And one thing you're going to need on this journey to transformation is discipline, because when momentum and inspiration and motivation runs out, you're going to have to rely on discipline, okay? So you build your momentum, and then it provides an open environment in which all participants can share in your vision, right, together. And you create lasting bonds. So like some of you are right down the street from each other. You know, it'll be easier for you guys to get together and say, hey, Rachel, this is Elena, girl, look, I need some help with whatever. Or look, you know, Rachel, I understand that you run all these 5Ks and 20Ks and 1,000K runs every day. I'm watching you on Facebook, and I'm trying to get my health and my mind together. So how can you help that? So that's the connectivity. That's the power in connectivity and power in accountability, okay? And then also, it provides a forum for all participants to be able to just pause a minute and really see where you've been and decide where you want to go, okay? So you reflect on your past in order to move forward into your future, right? So I want you guys to think about this transformation party as just that, not just a vision board party, because this is the first step of many that we'll be taking in order to transform your life in many different areas. So let me ask you, let's set a few housekeeping rules, really short and sweet. Please do not share this video outside of the group. I've been giving tips all 2019, well, the end of 2019, the last 2 days, on how to transform your life. And so I wanted to do that for the members at large, but you guys are a select group of ladies that I want to work with one-on-one. And so I've decided to do this live within the group. And so it was invite only. And here we are. So I want you to know, please don't share the live. Also, feel free to comment at any time. So if you see me looking away, that's because I am reading your comments. And I want to respond to your comments. Even if I don't type, I will respond. Yes, Elena, I love that. Consistency creates momentum. I say that to myself every day. Just keep going, okay? So yes, if you want to comment, if you want to connect with someone while they're on here, like, hey girl, like my page or inbox me so we can connect or whatever that is. Look, I'm all for all of that, okay? So, and at any point, I'm going to quickly slow me down. If you need me to repeat something, ask me to repeat it. I don't mind repeating things, okay? So those are the rules. It's real simple. Other than that, if for whatever reason, again, you don't have the Canva app in front of you or you can't access it for whatever reason, as soon as we're done with this live, I'm going to go ahead and add a document to our group so that you could just follow the steps and rewatch the video and, you know, kind of recreate the live situation yourself when you're available to, okay? So that is my spiel. Now, let me tell you a little bit about myself because some of you don't know me. I grew up inner city Chicago in Inglewood on the south side. I grew up in a home of, I was the baby. I was, you know, 4 girls with my biological mom and my grandmother. I like to say that my grandmother attributed a lot to who I am today. She worked really hard. She was very resilient, and she did not play, to say the least. And she was from Grenada, Mississippi, so I have a kind of a little mixed roots going on from city girl to country. So I'm here in Texas now, in the Houston area, and yeah, so I faced a lot of challenges growing up. I grew up again inner city, so I was, you know, I seen drive-by shootings, and I've been a part of everything that you could think of in terms of being around gang members and dating gang members and teen violence. I dated a guy who was kind of abusive to me, and yeah, I've done some of everything. I almost essentially lived a double life, right? So I have transformed my life in so many ways beyond recognition. And so I decided that one day I was going to help other women transform their lives. So, you know, I'm a survivor. I've survived molestation. I've survived abortions. I've survived marriages. I've survived divorces. I've survived, those are all the negative things, right? And so now I'm living on the other side of all those things in fullness. And so I can speak to a lot of the things that you guys are going through because most of it starts in the mind, right? Most of it is mindset. And so if we can get past ourself, that's the key, guys. We have to get past ourself and have a reason why you want to transform. So my daughter is, she'll be 15 on the 8th, and I had her while I was in college, and I had to finish school while being a mom, also going through divorce in college, being homeless. Let me tell y'all, I have transformed, okay? I have been through a whole lot, and I'm sharing with you my challenges and experience because I hope that something will resonate with you, and we can connect on some level, and you'll understand why, like, who does she think she is? She can call herself a transformational coach. Well, the first person I had to coach was myself. And so I think I've done a pretty good job of that. Okay. So let's get started with this vision board party. Okay. Does everybody have Canva? Thumbs me up, heart me, something. Let me know if you're with me. Are you still with me? Okay. We're about 15 minutes in, and I promise you we won't be there. Okay. Won't be here long. And I have some freebies too. I'm going to give away some stuff. I just feel good. I love you guys. I'm feeling the energy through the screen, and I'm so excited. So listen, the first thing you're going to do, let me take my phone off the charger because I'm going to follow my own steps. First of all, the Canva app is amazing, right? Oh my God, people are asking me, how do I get in here? Hold on one second, guys. People are trying to figure out how they get in here. Let me send them the link. We don't want anyone to miss out on this, right? All right. I'm so glad you guys are patient. These are ladies who they registered to reserve their spot, and they are having challenges. I guess they're not as technologically savvy, so we're going to help them out. Okay, I'm glad I looked at my phone. All right, so I sent them the link to get in to the group, so hopefully they can find themselves inside of the group on the other side. All right, so you're going to open up the Canva app. When you go to Canva, it's a big C, and this is what the Canva app looks like, right? Okay, so I'm going to hold this still. This, I feel like I'm doing like one of those YouTube videos. You know how they do all that so you can see the screen? Okay, so yeah, so that's the Canva app. You have so many options of things to create, so many dimensions, so many formats and things like that. So, and the best part is it's free. It's absolutely free, okay? So once you go to the Canva app, even if you are online, like www.canva.com, you can access it there too. You're going to go ahead and type in the search. You're going to just type in the word mood board, right? And it's going to already populate some options. So the actual full term is mood boards photo collage. Now I'm giving you the quick route to do this tonight because obviously the way that we're communicating, I don't want to confuse anyone. So I want to make sure, hey, Kiki, thank you for joining us. Go ahead and tell us where you're joining us from, as well as where you want to transform this year. Okay, so you have your mood board. You're going to select it. Once you select the mood board, you're going to see that there are a bunch of options, right? A bunch of them. Guess what? This is where you get creative. You go ahead and you select one that you like. Now, let me back up. The hope is that you already have written down some goals. Now, I gave you all those videos. I told you 5 steps. The first step was to create your vision, create your what. So I hope that you listened to those lives that I gave away for free. And I also shared, so the Desiree Monique, that's me, in case you guys hadn't figured that out yet. I sent the video in here so that you can watch those, right? So the first thing is, I hope that you already have an idea of what it is you're trying to accomplish, right? Some of you have shared at least one of them in our group already on the live. And so when you start to create imagery for something you want to make sure that you select an image that's going to really make you feel a certain way, right? So let's take Elena, for example. She just came back from Hawaii. And how do I know that? Because I saw every picture she posted, because I was stalking she and her husband while they were in Hawaii. Why? Because I've never been. And I hear it is a beautiful place to go. And so I was living vicariously. Now, would you think I get more emotion out of looking at the word Hawaii or looking at an actual image of a location, maybe a volcano in Hawaii, or the trees or the beaches in Hawaii, right? Exactly. The actual image is what creates a certain feeling. So keep in mind that when you're doing this, this is just a live. I don't expect you to finish your vision board here tonight. Because if you haven't done the pre-work, which is understanding what you want, why you want it, and coming up with a plan to manifest it, then you're probably not quite at the vision board just yet, but we'll get you there. Don't worry about that. We'll get you there. So start right now thinking about what it is you want and how you can project that in terms of an image, right? So for me, I'm going to select this board because I want to keep this simple. This is what the board I selected look like. Hold on, let it get focused, guys. Okay, can you see that? And I know you're getting kind of like a reflection. Sorry about that. Okay. There it is. Got it. So this is the one. This says inspiration ideas for weddings, but I'm not doing a wedding. So all of that is editable, right? When you click on each word, for example, it'll highlight. Okay. And you just put in there what you want. So for mine, I'm going to say Des 2020. That's what I'm going to call my vision board. And it's focusing. Hold on. You know what I need to do? Cut down this light on my phone. Maybe that'll help us. Yeah, that helps some. So I just put Des 2020 and I erased everything else that I don't need. Okay, are you guys still with me? Thumbs me up, give me some hearts, tell me you're confused. Just let me know where you are. Hey, Tamisha, thank you so much for joining us. Go ahead and tell us where you're joining us from and one thing you'd like to change in 2020. So I took off everything else that was not relevant to me, right? Okay. So I know that some of you are actually doing this with me. So that's my Des 2020 name. Now, the next step is going to be to change the images, right? So here's the thing. For me, I don't like to just create a vision board that's kind of all over the place that looks like my brain threw up, right? Or like word vomit. I used to do that. I've been creating vision boards now for the last maybe 4 or 5 years. And I kid you not, guys, 1 year, everything I put on my vision board manifested. I'm not even making it up. I was very intentional that year. I think that was 2015. It was right before my husband and I got married. Yeah, so I think it was 2015. Everything manifested, I kid you not. But because we're so hands-on technology, I was like, let me try this virtual, electronic vision board because I can have it with me everywhere I go and I can actually be intentional about focusing on it throughout the day, praying and meditating over the things I want, right? So I normally focus on let me write it, let me see what I wrote down. I normally focus on my fit, which is my health. So if you guys get my newsletter, you'll know that I want to tone up. I've had babies 2 back to back. My babies are 21 months apart and I'm a little flabby, right? So yeah, so my fit. So for me, my fit is not to lose weight. My frog. It's not to lose weight. It's to get toned up. So your fit might be to lose 10 pounds, 20 pounds. It may be to actually the health side of things. Maybe you have high blood pressure or something like that, a condition in which you want to improve upon, right? And then my family is another area. Okay, so for family, that means near family, far away family. If I have some things that I want to manifest for my nieces and nephews that's far away, then they're included in family, okay? And then I also put down my finances, which is a big thing. So when people think finances, oftentimes they limit it to only like like debt, right? So yes, I want to be debt free, but I also want to have a certain level of income. I want to have a certain amount of assets, and IRAs and things like that. So all of that for me falls under my finances. Credit score, all of that falls under finances for me. And then my fund. So Hawaii would fall under my fund. So your categories might be family, children, whatever it is that you like. So I'm just a little bit systemic when it comes to certain things, and it helps me focus on one area at a time as opposed to just kind of creating this smorgasbord of everything that I want to have in my life, right? So the next step would be to just click on the image that you want to change, and then you'll see where you can change the size, make it big or small. I'm going to leave everything the way it is, except I want to change the actual picture. So I'm not going to use any of my personal pictures just for the sake of our live, just so you can understand what to do. But if you have personal pictures in your phone, you could definitely replace the images in there with your personal images, like pictures of your family and things like that. And I'll show you all the ones that I did with the personal images. But I just want to take you kind of slow tonight. And then, of course, I'm available if you want more help, if you want to play around with it. So when you click the image you want, it gives you options at the bottom, right? So if you click on images, then you'll see these are my like personal images. Up there, that's my kids and my husband earlier today. That's the post I just posted. It's right there. And I made it in Canva, by the way. So then you'll go to images, and then you get the stock images. Now, those are the images that are considered free to use. And so I'll type in a keyword. So for me, I'll say fit. Hey, Lakita. So Lakita's joining us from Montgomery, guys, and she wants to transform time management, and it'll help with her business goals. Angel wants to lose 10 pounds. Tamisha wants to transform her body and her business. And Elena wants to lose 100 pounds. Ladies, we can do this. Let me tell you, we have to push past our quit. Push past your quit. I promise you, we're going to do this. Okay, so fit. Okay, once you type in your keyword, you're going to search. And I like, let's see, you find the image you like. Whichever image is going to create an emotion inside of you, because we all, ladies, we act off emotion. So if that image, when you look at it, is an image of a lady eating some Cheerios, and you don't like Cheerios, and that's supposed to represent fit, don't pick that image. You don't like, that doesn't do anything for you. But for someone like me, I like kickboxing. So I'll try to find a kickboxing image. Let's see. That's something similar, right? So I'll just pick one. Well, she has on boxing gloves. Okay, I'll pick her. So you're going to go ahead and change your image, right? Now, obviously, this isn't me. This lady is Caucasian. That's not me. That is not me. But you select the image. You guys get where I'm going with this? Okay, so you change out all of your images. You change out all of your images. Select whichever images you want. And if you selected a different board, your mood board may have 10 slots for entries, for pictures, 5 slots, so on and so forth, right? So I'm going to fast forward this thing and show you guys what I created before joining you. So this is the same vision board, but this is the end result. Let me try to get that to focus. All right. So what I was saying to you was you're going to create 4 different areas. So as you can see, I have Des 360. So that represents my business and my brand. That's a Christmas shot. Let me tell you, our Christmas photo shoot did not go according to plan. My husband was acting silly. My boys were acting silly. My daughter and I were the only ones who were fully engaged with camera. A mess. But anyway, there's a picture for that. And then I have money right there. So we know what that bankroll, baby. We know what that, and there's my kickboxing lady, right? So as you can see over here on my bestseller list area, in the business area, I put bestseller list because I'm also a published author and I'm in the process of writing more books. And so I wanted to be specific at that point and write down exactly what I wanted out of my business. So once you have identified your pictures, right? So just say you selected the same board. You selected your business, your family, your finances, and your fit, right? You have your images. Now, be more specific. You want to flesh that thing out. Now, for me, at that point, I like to add words, okay? So that I can actually see. So I'll add some more words. And you just play around with the app, guys. It's really simple. Just keep going back to that plus sign in the corner. You're going to select text, and then you're going to add something of your own. So for me, I'll say, I'm going to make 6 figures, right? That's a real goal. I'm not making it up. I'm going to make 6 figures in 6 months. Right? So I'm typing that out. So once you've typed it out, okay, and I know it's hard to focus, guys. We're going to find a better way to do this the next time because I really want you guys to get this because I want us all to make it, right? So you're going to go ahead and type that word on there. And then you can see, once this focuses, where I just added the words 6 figures to the money side. Can you see that? So I hope that you're kind of understanding the process. I'm going to verbalize the process to you again, okay? So the step 1 is to go to canva.com or go to the Canva app on your phone that you've downloaded. It's free. Okay, the next thing you're going to do is create your new design. Now, let me caution you, if you're going to go to canva.com, the steps are a little bit different. And I actually like doing it better on the computer. I played around with it since I decided I was going to do this for you guys or with you guys. And so, yes, ladies, I see my yes, honey, I'm going to do it. And I promise you, I'm going to let you know when I do it. Okay, so yeah. So when you go on the website, they give you a whole bunch of blank templates. Okay, and I have the steps. Again, I'm going to put them in a group, so don't panic. They'll be in the group. But then you select the elements that you want on there, right? So your pictures, what words you want. I already have your pictures pre-saved. Then what you will do is create. So you make the pictures as big as small as you want. You create the grid that you want. The purpose of a vision board, guys, really is to help you manifest what it is you are trying to achieve. So once you've created the board, this is where the work starts, okay? The vision board, that part was fun and cute. You know, you're going to go online. You're going to create your grids, all these cute pictures of things you want. Oh, you want that new house. So you found the dream picture of the house that you want, or maybe it's the picture of the actual house you want. And that's all great. But this is where the work starts. You have to be very intentional about the work that you're going to have to put in order to achieve those things that are just on your vision board, right? So one of the things that I do is I set aside time to pray and meditate over the things that I've written down. And I used to do this just in form of my journal, but because vision boards have kind of taken over and I like to use them, I like to really pray. And it kind of, you know, when you're praying, sometimes you forget things to pray for. So like my line is always everything that I've written here, you know, God, would you honor it? You know, and I know this is in church, but y'all know I'm a Christian. I love the Lord. So he comes up. I can't help it. And I'm not ashamed of that. So I hope I'm not offending anyone in saying that. So yeah, so you pray about it. And this is the catch, guys. Once you're finished with your vision board in Canva or even online, you can save it. You save it and you download it to your phone as an image. So I'll go back and do that right now so you can see what I'm saying. Thank you, Lucretia. So it did help. Oh, I have to do like the YouTube ladies. Lucretia told me this helps when I do this. Oh my gosh, guys, I told y'all one of the areas I'm working on is social media for 2020. So you guys hold me accountable. And if you don't see a video from me once a week, you need to inbox me or something. That means I'm running away from what I need to be working on. So you download it, right? And it's saving to my phone. It says making the magic happen. So give feedback. I don't feel like it. No feedback right now. And then you go to your photos, and I have a billion photos. So you're going to go to your photos. And now it's one of my just regular photos, right? Okay. So this is my vision board that I started with you all. Okay. And what you're going to do is you save it as your screensaver. Yeah. So that's the point. You're going to save it as your screensaver because you want to be able to look at it at all times, right? You want to be able to access it. Or if you don't want everybody in your business, you don't want everybody to know what you're trying to manifest, and you're in a home where you see that people look at your phone all the time, or, you know, you share your phone for whatever reason. I don't know, your kids get on your phone. You don't want them to kind of know what you're working on, your plan. Then just heart it, right? So then you can see it. And every time you pick up your phone, this is what you need to do. This is the trick. Every time you pick up your phone, look at your vision board first. Because here's the thing. You have to see it in order to seize it. If you don't see it first, you will not be able to take hold of it. You have to see it first. And that is the point and the purpose of a vision board. It is not to create something that looks cute, although if you make it cute, it'll be more visually appealing. Hey, Kelly from Louisiana. What part of Louisiana? I went to Grambling, girl. I'm kind of a Louisianian, some kind of a way. Yes, you have to be able to see it. If you cannot see it, I'm talking about the sight that's in your mind, your foresight. I'm not talking about in front of your eyes. See it. Then you can't seize it in your hands. It can't become yours. Okay. You have to be able to visualize that thing to the point of, you know, the color of it. One of my sister-in-laws, I literally believe she manifested her dream home without knowing it. Subconsciously, she did. The home she's in now, she said, this is my dream home. Who would have figured she ever had one? She never told anyone. She didn't have to talk about it. She didn't have to post about it. But deep in her heart, that's where she kept it. And she must have been doing some meditation on it. So here you go. Those are the key components. The Bible tells us in Habakkuk 2 and 4 to write it down and make it plain. Guys, this is a part of the process. You have to write this stuff down, because if you don't, you won't be able to hold yourself accountable. You won't be able to say, what am I doing today? I was kind of a little bit of everywhere because I was kind of excited about getting on a call with you guys, and I had some other things going on, and I found myself getting off task, and I end up having to take my own advice. I had to go back and look at my to-do list. I had to go back and look at my calendar and see what is it I'm supposed to be focused on, because I was kind of scatterbrained. It was like I was all over the place. But because I was able to go back to something that I had written down, guys, your vision board. Okay. When you get tired and you want to understand, why am I getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning to run? Why am I selecting this lettuce, this salad over some ribs, or whatever that case may be? You know what I'm saying? Why is it that I'm making the decisions that I'm making? Then you have your vision board to refer back to. You'll have your vision board to say, this is my why. This is why. This is what I want. And that predicates my behavior. My what determines your behavior, right? So if you want something bad enough, you'll do whatever is necessary to do it. And so the other thing I want to share with you is that I'm a member of the John Maxwell team. And one of the things that we like to do there is to create a word for the year. Okay. So my word for this year, you probably guessed it, is transformation. I have transformed in so many different ways, but now is the time for me to transform from an employee to a true entrepreneur, building my own brand. I am transforming even in the home. I've been a mom for 14, almost 15 years, but during that time I wasn't a wife. So there's still components of me still transforming in those areas, right? Okay, now I have 2 boys. So I have 3 children in the home with me, 4 total. So it's like I'm still transforming. So my words, and I dare to say I have 2 words, because the other word is intentionality. And when I say to myself, be intentional, it brings about a certain focus that I can't avoid in myself, because I know what I'm trying to accomplish. I just shared with you all a really big lofty goal of mine, 6 figures in 6 months. I trust God. I know it can happen. And guess what? I didn't get caught up on the how. What I did was I reached out to someone who could tell me how. I didn't know how to do what I wanted to do. I just knew that I wanted to do it. Okay, so write it down and make it plain. Gloria says, my problem is writing it, but not going back to reference it. The vision board on the phone will help me with that. Yes. So make it your screensaver, like your lock screensaver. Like right now, this is my work phone, so it has my work information on it. But make it your screensaver, as well as your the background on your regular phone. I forgot what it's called, like the screensaver and the lock screen. There you go, lock screen and screensaver. So you don't have a choice but to look at it, because think about it. We go to our phones for everything. You go to your phones to check the time. You go to your phone to text, call, to everything. Like, I mean, we use our phones for alarm clocks, everything. So be intentional about that. Okay, so Lucretia said that seeing was her biggest lesson in 2019, and it worked. Yes. And so I know that some of you have businesses on here. I don't mind you sharing what you do, because listen, we are our own resources within this community. Elena has a branding company. Lucretia makes beautiful custom head wraps and bibs and of African cloth, and they're beautiful. I don't know if you guys follow me on my personal page, but I had on that green hair wrap not too long ago. That was made by Lucretia. Who else is on here that I know what you do? And if I don't call you out, please forgive me. I don't know everyone just yet, but I will get to know you all, and we'll be sure to support each other in whichever way is possible. Yeah, so you know, this is what we're here for. So you have to be able to see it. The other thing I want to share with you is everything doesn't need to be shared, right? So some stuff you need to have an accountability partner for. You need to share it with people. You have to make sure you're doing that. Okay, Tamisha's a travel agent. Yes. Okay, so you need to make sure that we are sharing our visions and our desires with people who we can trust, right? And not people who's going to be praying for our downfall. You know that post that says, you know, I'm different from you. You praying for my downfall and I'm praying you make it. That's me. I'm just different from people. I'm cut a little different. I really sincerely want people to make it. Gloria has her popcorn business and it is amazing. Pageless popcorn. Yeah, it's really good. You guys should try it. So guys, start writing down before you start with your Canva app. I'm going to go all the way back, rewind 37 minutes ago. If you have not listened to the previous video that's in this group and on the Des 360 page, go back and listen. The first one was really choppy and I wasn't satisfied. I'm somewhat of a perfectionist. So the second day that I went live, I gave you some steps, 5 tips to transform your life. And I also identified 5 mistakes we make when we're setting our goals. You have to go back and listen to this stuff. It's going to set you up for this session, which is our transformation party. And I promise you, you'll be able to see some transformation start to take place in your life. And don't forget, one of the steps I told you is to start small. Like clearly, let me tell you, God will bless you out of thin air. I trust and believe God can give me 6 figures out of thin air. Now, I do believe that. But I also believe that there's some work because faith without works is dead. So you can't just make this board and think that, oh, I made the board and something's going to happen. It doesn't happen like that. You have to put in the work. So if your goal is to lose weight, if your goal is to change your mindset, hey, we have to make sure that we're doing some intentional things. I have some podcasts out there already on self-sabotage and mindset. They're available on Apple and Spotify and Google and about 6 or 7 other ones. If you need the link, I'll let you know. Everything is on my website, des360.com. But you have to, yes, Tamisha, that's it. You have to move in silence with some things. Some things are not meant to be exposed to the world. And the beauty of it is once it manifests, you know that it was nobody, that God did it. Let me tell you, God literally gave me a blessing on yesterday that I did not foresee coming in the way that he did. And it was something that I'm still floored about. Like I keep talking about it all day long with my husband and I share it with my mom. And so guys, go back, listen to the videos, write down what you want. I want you to write down what you want, not what the world tells you want, because, you know, we get in this social media age and we want, you know, Nicki Minaj body or whoever body, and we want, you know, this house, that, who is that? Cardi B and her husband, what's his name? Offset or something. They just bought this house, but that's not the house I want. So I'm not going to put that down on my list. You know what I'm saying? So make sure the things that you want are things that you truly want, even if it's for someone else. Like some things on my vision board is not even about me. It's about someone else. Okay. So it is 39. We've been in here about 39 minutes and 25 seconds. I want to keep this less than an hour. I was trying to go into 30 minutes, but y'all know me. I couldn't help it. So I want to give away a free coaching session. Yeah, I was going to do a consult, but I changed my mind. Let's do a 1-hour coaching session. If you are in need of a 1-hour coaching session, for any transformation you need, we're going to sit down, we're going to chat on the phone, or we can go, we can Skype or some FaceTime or Facebook Live, Facebook Messenger thing, whatever it's called. My mom does that because she doesn't have an iPhone. So that's how I can FaceTime my mom. FaceTime through Facebook. So we could try to get your plan solidified for 2020. If you know that you are in need of a challenge, if you are in need of, you know what you want to do, but you need someone to help you with the steps, or you don't have the resources, or you're not too sure of what you want to do is attainable, or I don't even believe I can do it. I don't even believe in myself. Like I've been wanting to do this for years and I've been scared. I've been running away from it, but you know, my philosophy is do it scared. You need to go check out that podcast. I'm out here doing it scared every day, y'all. I'm sitting right here in front of y'all right now doing it scared. And that's because I know that this thing is so much bigger than me and I have way more to gain than I have to lose. So if you are in need of a coaching session, go ahead and just say me below or give it a little hand. In addition to that, I want to know from the rest of you, I want to let you know, if you know any other ladies who are like-minded, who need a transformation in life, go ahead and feel free to add them to this group so we can be accountable to each other. So we can, my thing is this, bring a friend with you. Why would you go to the top by yourself? You know, we don't believe as a part of John Maxwell team that the top is lonely. No, that's because you weren't a good leader and you went to the top by yourself instead of pulling somebody up with you. And I know that I only made it to where I made it because somebody always pulled me along with them. Somebody always looked out for me. Even when I felt like I was left behind and left alone, God would send someone to just reach back and grab me. And so I'm in a reach back business. So I don't plan on leaving any of you behind. If I can help you, I am available. So you have to do this thing scared. And I don't want you to get caught up in all of the stuff that we get caught up in. Like you write it down and then you're like doubting yourself, man. That doubt and self-sabotage is real. Been there, done that. Wore the t-shirt and the wristband. So I will, okay, so I see a couple people saying me. You know what? What I'm going to do is, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you know what? 5 people. Okay. All right, here we go. So I'm going to give all of you a 1-hour coaching session. How is that? I can't, I'm supposed to give away 1. Yeah. So now I'm going to give all of you a free hour consultation, a coaching session. See, I keep saying consult because that's what I was going to give. A free hour coaching session, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the link inside of the group in this same video so that you can come back to it. And it's only for those people in case you're watching the rewatch and you watch this later and you're in the group and say, oh, I missed it. This is only for the ladies who were here live to join me. And of course, we'll know who that is. I'm going to take some notes and I'll reach out to you guys directly as well with a questionnaire just so I can be a little bit more prepared about our session, so I can kind of have a game plan ready for you. I'll know what you need, what you want, so that when we get on a call, we can actually start fleshing this thing out. And here's the truth. I don't know everything, but I know somebody who knows what I don't know. So if we get on this call or you send me something and you're trying to open up and start an IRA, that's not what I do, but I know somebody. You know, if you're trying to build out this big box brand, there are some things that I do know how to do, but guess what? I have a brand manager. It's not me. Okay. And she's pushing me. As a matter of fact, there's someone in this group. I don't know if she want me to put her out there like that. I'll let her put herself out there. But yeah, she's pushing me, you know, beyond what I thought was my capacity. And I'm realizing that I don't have a capacity. You know, it's just a matter of stretching myself. It's like that rubber band. You know, you're only as big as you can stretch. You can go as far as you're able to stretch. So I'm so excited too, Amicia. I'm so excited. Elena said, it's me. Yes, Elena is amazing, guys. Let me tell you, she is pushing me beyond. Like I said, it's a challenge every day and I love it. It's taking me way out of my comfort zone every day. Oh, thank you, Elena. I'm trying, girl. I'm on this live like you told me. I'm doing it. So listen, ladies, do not feel shy to talk in this group. This group is not about me. I started the group, but it's about us. So if you have some tips you want to share, if you have a message of motivation, something enlightening, something that's beneficial. Now, I don't want our group to become spammy. So try to avoid putting like the links to events and things like that. Just inbox me if you want to share something like that. And I can decide and figure out the best way to share that information. But I don't want it to become spammy like the other groups that we're a part of. And every group has a purpose. That's not the purpose of this group. So we'll save that and put that on reserve for another group at another time. But guys, I appreciate you. What else? Oh, Gina says she can't wait to use Elena's services. Yes, Gina, girl, you better, let me tell you, you have to use those services. Ladies, if you have any more questions, any more comments, anything else anyone would like to share. Did you guys understand Canva? Did you understand that whole process of creating your transformation board? I'm changing the name. It's not a vision board. The vision is what happens before I created it. And the transformation is what comes through it. So I'm calling it a transformation board. What you think? Everybody can visualize, but what happens to actually doing something to make the change? What do you think? That's what we're going to do. We're going to call it a transformation board. And guess what? Once you finish it, I want to see it, please. Just like blur out the parts that you don't want me to see, those private, intimate things, you know, those secret things. But you can like inbox me. I really want to see them. Or drop them in the same video link after, like if it's next week, that's fine. It's no pressure. But listen, get it done. It is pressure. I changed my mind. Do not wait to do this. Every day you wait is a day you're wasting to manifest. Think about it. Today is January what? 3rd. I've been so busy working, I don't even know what day we're on. So don't wait. Don't delay, guys. While you are already in the momentum of the new year, we're setting New Year's resolutions, right? Go ahead and get this vision down on paper. Make your transformation board so we can actually see this stuff manifesting, because I want to hold you accountable. That's why I want to see your vision board. If you told me you want to lose weight and then you post some pictures of let me see, Domino's pizza or something, or if you're in Chicago, Harold's chicken, that's not gonna work. Okay, that is not going to work. If you guys don't see me, I have been consistent since I started actually last week. I've been getting on our M5 in the home, trying to tone up. I'm starting slow. I don't want to hurt myself or injure myself. So I am doing it. I get on there about, 15 minutes a day, a 15-minute workout. And sometimes I can get out the house and go for a walk with the kiddos. But if that doesn't work, I do it in the house. I set aside that time. So don't delay. Start today. That was a good rhyme. Don't delay. Start today. Start with your transforming today. Thank you, Angel. Angel says she's on it. Kyra, yes, your transformation board.